everybody, my name is Lajos Arpad from Chesslots, and I would like to show you a very interesting game called the ImmortalGame, which was played between Adolf Andersen and Lionel Adalbert Bagration Felix Kieseritsky, a Dutchman and a Polishman. Both of them were excellent players, both of them deserve our greatest respect because of what they were: romantic chess players who threw everything to the opponent's king. Their only fault was that they couldn't defend well, because the art of defense was not developed in those days as it is today. Today, this game on the highest level is impossible to happen. The openings or we have dozens of thousands of books about chess openings, and we have huge databases about opening lines. Now supercomputers and even networks are working to find the best line, the very best line of an opening variation. So preparation in these days is pretty important for top GMs, and in those days preparation or even a game could be a secret of the player. For example, if Andersen played in Amsterdam an instructive game, Kieseritsky not necessarily knew about that, because news traveled slower than today. They didn't have internet, they didn't have television, they only had printing press, and we can see that opening play was not developed well either. But the attack, both of the players were attackers, and we should see how they've fared against each other. They played King Gambit Accepted, which goes e4, e5, f4, e takes f4, bishop c4, and black played here queen h4 check to attack white's king on e1 and make it impossible to castle. Black didn't want white to castle because that would be a comfort for white's king, and black doesn't want comfort for white. White played king f1 and black played here b5. Now white took bishop takes b5, knight f6, knight f3, attacking that queen and developing with tempo. This is a good developing move. Black played queen h6. Now d3 happened and black played knight h5. White played knight h4. Of course, here black threatens knight g3 check, winning that rook. So white had to defend with something, for instance with knight h4 check, knight h4, and black played here queen g5. White played knight f5 and black replied c6. White offered here a trade with g4 to trade his b5 bishop for black's h5 knight. Black decided to decline the offer with knight f6, and now white played the interesting move rook g1 instead of of bishop a4 or bishop c4, he played rook g1, attacking that queen, throwing everything against black. Black accepted white's sacrifice. C takes b5, and white had compensation for the sacrifice. He had an attack on the king's side with a pawn stone. He played h4, and you can see how white is winning tempo. Black is doing nothing here. h4, queen g6, h5, queen g5. Black lost 2 tempis now. So white had full compensation for the sacrifice. He played queen f3, threatening that rook on a8 and threatening black's queen, both of them. For instance, if white was on the move, he could either play e5, attacking the a8 rook and the f6 knight, or bishop takes f4, winning the queen. So black had to do something against this, and he decided to move his f6 knight back to g8. I'm sure Kieseritzky was not happy about this. But the other options are all weak. For instance, bishop b7 is losing on the spot because of bishop takes f4. So Kieseritzky played knight g8. Steinitz took the f4 pawn, bishop takes f4, and black replied queen f6, attacking the b2 pawn and the a1 rook. Of course, e5 is not working here because black has the excellent answer of queen c6 to e5. So e5 is no longer a threat. White decided to develop his pieces. He played knight c3, and black knew very well, in my opinion, that white is developed and he has full compensation, more than full compensation, for the sacrificed bishop. And white has won a pawn too, so black has a bishop for a pawn, but white has tremendous powerful attack and excellently developed pieces here. Black played bishop c5, attacking the rook on g1 and developing a bishop in the same time. If you look at this position, you can see that 6 out of 7 officers of black are exactly at the square where they started the game. This is impossible in GM games. Kramnik or Carlsen will never be in such positions. They will probably lose games because other GMs are powerful too, but they won't be in such positions of 6 officers, 4 minor pieces and 2 rooks at home. So Kieseritzky observed that he has from here